I collected every secret and cursed item in Minecraft. Everything from weapons with level 32,000 enchantments, items Mojang accidentally added to the game, Minecraft crashing armor, and even a nuclear crossbow. There's over 140 illegal items to show you. In the last video, I showed you every cursed and illegal mob in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Subscribe for part 3, that way you don't miss every illegal block in the game. Starting off with the funnest stuff, there is the 32,000 enchants. These are the maximum level of enchantments that you can get in Minecraft, and as you see, they fill up the entire screen. This thing has 40,000 attack damage. It's better than the sword at 4,000 attack damage. This sword has sharpness of 3,700 on it, meaning that we can just one-shot the dragon. Not gonna lie, the arrows having all these enchantments on it, definitely the most useful thing here, but don't worry, there's also enchanted horse armor, enchanted shield, a knockback stick, and an enchanted piece of bedrock. Sadly, it doesn't have the enchantment glint when you're holding it. I know what you want to see. You want to see just how far this knockback of 32,000 stick actually will send a mob. And let's give it a nice running start. Goodbye, mister. As you can see, it takes a second, and then he basically just teleports. As you can see, I'm just gonna try and teleport to him, and now he's gonna keep on flying. As you can see, he's really going. So we launched this villager 1,600 blocks. Okay, back to spawn with you. Bye-bye. Anyway, let's use the Riptide. 32,000. It really does. It just make you sit there for a minute and then it teleports you. As you can see, I'm in survival mode. This giant thing is still on screen. Oh, there we go. Oh, wow. We're 20,000 blocks up in the air. Oh no, we're still going. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't actually recommend using this in survival. I'm gonna be falling for 30 minutes. Okay, but for real, are we actually gonna die if we have, you know, feather falling 32,000? I mean, I would hope not. I still do. Well, this armor is actually useless. Come on now. Why does it take so long to respawn? I've never had a loading screen for respawning. What is this? Okay, it might have something to do with the ender dragons that are in the world, but that's not even part of this video. Don't worry about it. This pickaxe has efficiency 3,200 on it, and with that, we should be able to, yeah, we can instant mine obsidian with this. This is beautiful. Now, if only the thing would go off of my screen. Thank you. So as you can see, we can instant mine obsidian as long as you have an efficiency 3,000 on your pickaxe. All of this other stuff is probably not hurting our cause either. And nope, we still cannot mine bedrock with efficiency 3,200. I mean, honestly, what's even the point? If you like the 32k enchantments, then you should also like the negative 32k enchantments. As you can see, sharpness negative 32,000 and efficiency negative 32,000. Now check out the attack damage on that. It's plus minus 40,000, which makes a lot of sense. So if we try and hit this guy with a sword, as you can see, it literally does 0 damage. It's great. It does absolutely nothing. Now efficiency negative 32,000. Does it actually affect it at all? As you can see, we can just like mine blocks regularly. And while we're looking at enchanted items, how about some unenchanted items? We got an apple with enchantment glint, a sword with enchantment glint, and a book with unbreaking 0, which is incredibly useful. We also got an enchanted book with no enchantments, and another enchanted book with just a different color. So Bedrock Edition has several creative only item states that you can get using commands and whatnot. As you can see, this item cannot be dropped, removed, or crafted with. And this item can't do any of those, and it also cannot be moved in your inventory, and this item is not lost when you die. So as you can see, this one I can like drag around, but if I try and drop it, I get a warning message up there, and there's nothing I can do to get this out of my inventory. This one cannot even be picked up or moved or anything. It's kind of really annoying. So once it's in your inventory, that's it. There's also invisible armor in the game, so this entire chest is full of invisible armor, as you can see here. I don't know how this is made, but as you can see, if we try to grab this stuff, it does actually show up in the hand, and when you drop it on the ground, it is actually there, but for some reason it is invisible in the inventory. Now if you try and shift click this, it crashes the game. Another great feature of this item. Onto some more vanilla stuff. We have the mansion items. For some reason in the woodland mansions you can find efficiency 1 leather armor, and I've even heard of someone finding efficiency 1 netherite boots in the woodland mansion. I've never seen it myself personally, but this is a pretty well-known bug on Bedrock Edition. You might might have spotted these in some of your Minecraft worlds. They are unknown maps. These ones don't have any data at all, and you can't even like try and split them up. As you can see, I'm trying to place one of them, but it's really a weird item. Anyway, if you look at it, it's completely invisible, and you can see your hands down there are very odd. And that's also the map in the item frame as well. As you can see, it's so weird. I know that you can create these using world edit. If you delete the map data for this map item, it'll become an unknown map, but there is also other ways of getting these as well. These are some cursed goat horn tiles. As you can see, they have all the different sounds. This is sound 32,000. As you can see, they don't make any noise, but they all get the cooldown. I don't know why these exist, but they're a thing that you can get in Bedrock Edition. You can also get untipped arrows in Bedrock Edition. These are tipped arrows that have no effect or just the mundane potion effect. None of these ones stack together, and honestly, it's just kind of a cool texture. Like, I actually really like this. You can even see when you hover over them on the hotbar, it says no effects. So it's completely pointless, but also somewhat cool. Bedrock Edition has a number of secret entities and items. So for instance, there's the NPC spawn egg, there's the agent spawn egg, and then there's just this one that doesn't do anything at all. As you can see, you can't even click with this one. It's just like a tile entity, but this is an NPC. It's a creative only thing, and you can actually change the texture of it, and you can like give it commands. Really useful for map makers and all that. I still have an invisible armor in my inventory. Get out of here. Now, for some reason, the agent spawn egg doesn't actually spawn anything, even in Education Edition, but this is what the little guys look like. As you see, there's like an activated state, and then there's also a deactivated state as well, and they'll actually always have your gamer tag when you look at them. I'm not sure why that is, but it's kind of a neat little feature. You might know this, but it's kind of a niche feature that not many people know about. Bedrock Edition actually has a ton of custom icons that you can write in chat or in the books or on signs, and they're actually pretty cool. As you can see, you can put them on a sign, and you can also type them out in chat here. And here's a bit more information about them if you're interested. There's also a link in the description for if you want to figure out how to type them in chat yourself. There's a very little known bug with spawn eggs where if you enchant them just by using creative or world edit or whatever, it'll actually change the texture of some of the eggs when it's in an item frame. As you can see, this is the trader llama spawn egg. When it's in your hand, it has a different texture, and also in an item frame. Very niche little bug that doesn't affect anything at all, but it's also kind of a cool one. And this is where we get into the really fun stuff, because we have some crazy rockets to talk about. These are custom firework crossbows that have a very special firework in them. You'll see. So this is the large ball one, and as you can see, when we fire that, everything around us just kind of explodes. Now these ones all kind of look the same, but pay attention for just a second. We're gonna fire this downwards. It's gonna fire a bunch of rockets, and then everything around us just kind of explodes. It's also incredibly loud for no good reason. Now, this is something that you could actually make in survival mode. This is the everything rocket. As you can see, it has basically every single thing in the world on it. It's more than the screen can even show. But if we go ahead and light this off, as you can see, it's just going to explode, and it's just going to keep exploding. And it's going to keep exploding, and keep exploding, and it's just going to keep exploding. Yeah, basically it goes on for like 15 seconds. It's kind of ridiculous. Now, what happens if we combine the OP crossbows with the OP rockets? That is where we get the chain grenade crossbow, and also the crossbow with nuke. These ones aren't messing around, okay? Crossbow with chain grenade does maybe what you would expect. It does a lot of damage. So when we fire that, it explodes, and it just keeps exploding for a very long time. And crossbow with nuke is this times like 1,000. So let's fire this somewhat downwards, and this is going to lag out absolutely everything because it's like 64 of these. Yeah, there goes the computer. We're getting like 5 FPS over here. This is basically particles. All of them. It's also extremely blurry for some reason. I don't know why it's so blurry. But yeah, you can see how weird that is. Honestly, this is super fun. I love it. Oh, don't you worry. There's even more fireworks stuff. So this is something that you can do with like inventory editors. There's flight duration 127, flight duration 255. And of course, we light that off and it's just gonna go. And that's gone. That's going to the moon now. Who knew going to the moon was so easy? Yeah, trying to use these duration 255 rockets with the elytra is not particularly good because you literally just keep on going like forever. It does not stop. It goes. you will travel to the far lands with 2 rockets. This is something else that you can make in survival, basically every color of fireworks star, but they patched this quite a while ago. And of course, when you try and craft one of these into a firework, that gives you these insane fireworks right here that take up the entire screen. It's great. And finally, for the last of the OP crossbows, we have these ones right here. Now you'll see each one of these has a number, and that's for how many arrows they shoot. So obviously you got 1 arrow, 2 arrows, 4 arrows, and then 8 arrows. So this is where it starts to get a little bit fun. We got 16 arrows. It basically just shoots all around you. 32 arrows makes a full circle around you. 64 arrows really is just a lot. And then you got 127, which is just multiple arrows every single location. And -1 is just way more than the 127 because, you know, inverted numbers are funny like that. I think the reason why it goes in a circle is because every extra arrow that you add to the crossbow makes it spread out even more. So eventually it just goes all the way around you and just loops back around in a giant circle. Then we got a couple boring items, just like a suspicious stew and also a lodestone compass that isn't pointing to anything. They're technically illegal items, but you know what? They're really, really boring.
I never realized how boring this game is.
And then we have the Minecraft crashing armor and weapons. So all of this stuff has unbreaking -1 on it, which means that as soon as you try to use any durability on any of this armor or any of these tools or weapons, it's going to crash Minecraft, which makes sense because how does unbreaking -1 work? It doesn't work. It's a paradox. So if we go into survival mode and we try and break, let's just say anything with this, it's going to crash Minecraft instantly, as you can see here. And it's amazing. I don't know if these just crashed the client or if you used these on a server, if it would crash the entire server. I imagine it's just the client, but who knows? Bedrock Edition is funky. It might just be everything. Oh, I accidentally used it. My bad. Oops. Huge thanks to Loranjo for helping me acquire many of these illegal items. You can check out their insane world download linked below with all kinds of crazy stuff in it. And you can also download this world with all the cursed mobs and illegal items. And you can even transfer them to your own Minecraft worlds using these structure blocks. And of course, this is part of my mini series where we take a look at every single cursed item, entity, mob, and block in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. And this is just one part. You can check out the other parts down below and coming soon. Make sure to subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.